I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a full-time physician, and I have young children as well as businesses that I run from my home. Hey lady, welcome back to your new favorite talk show for Christian women, Grown Lady Chat. With me, your host, Dr. Sherunda Simone.
Hey lady, are you a woman who loves the Lord and who also enjoys beautiful things? Well, if you are, then you are personally invited to join my exclusive Christian women's group. In this group, we chat about clothes, beauty, home decor, parenting, marriage, cooking, and of course, our Christian walk. It's Christian lifestyle all-encompassing. So be sure to join by clicking the link below. I hope to chat with you soon. Now back to our show.
Now, if you are a returning viewer, thank you so very much. I am grateful for each and every one of you. Our GLC community continues to grow, and it's because of support. It's because you're enjoying the information, you're sharing the information, you continue to show up, and that gives me encouragement to keep going. And it also encourages other people to come and check out what's happening in the GLC community because, things are happening over here. I like to do random monthly giveaways. So in today's episode, I do have a giveaway winner. I will share the giveaway winner later on in the episode, so make sure you stay tuned because it could be you. Now, if you're a giveaway winner, you could get a gift card, home decor items, makeup, skincare, or beauty products. You could also get faith-based resources or personal development tools. And the easiest way for you to be eligible for a giveaway prize is to engage in the GLC community. Chat in the comments, of course, make sure you subscribe, follow on socials, join my email community, basically show up. Are you a woman who enjoys beautiful things? 34/5 Lifestyle has lovely, unique accessories for your everyday look and also for those special occasions. Click the link below to check out our latest accessory collection. In 2006, I founded Esteem Motivational Speaking, and that stands for Empower, Strengthen, Teach, Enrich, Energize, and Motivate. So in today's episode, that's exactly what I want to do because I want for all of us to win. I want for all of us to accomplish the goals that we have on our to-do list, whether it's your month to-do list, whether it's your daily to-do list, whether it's your big overarching goal in life. I want to be a resource for you. One of the most common questions I get on all social media platforms is, how do I do all that I do? I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a full-time physician, and I have young children as well as businesses that I run from my home. So people want to find out, how exactly am I doing this? Now, for the purpose of this episode, I'm going to share with you specific ways that I have found to increase my productivity despite having young children. So it's not going to be the tools that I use, but if you want for me to share that in another episode, just let me know, or I can even put together like a free resource list for you. So I hope you find today's episode helpful. If you do, make sure that you smash the like button and spam the comment section. Depending on how young your children are, you're going to find some of these tips or pieces of advice more helpful than others. Let's talk about mom guilt. Mom guilt is something that I have to constantly overcome because, much like you, I want to be everything and do most things for my children, right? But that's not always possible. And especially as someone who works outside of the home, when I come home after my 9 to 5, I want to show up for my family. And sometimes when I find that, okay, now I need to work on my, my businesses that I own, I find that I feel guilty because I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm robbing my family of time with me. And I understand that. And maybe you feel the same way, even if you don't have a 9 to 5, even if you don't have a side hustle. I know that most women deal with mom guilt. You deal with spouse guilt. You deal with, guilt because you can't take care of an elderly parent. It's normal for us as women to have that feeling. But it's not always a valid feeling. While it is very real, it's a feeling that sometimes is rooted in unreasonable expectations. Guilt that is often associated with us pursuing goals and being productive. That guilt is not always valid.
There are things that you have to accomplish. There are goals that you have to pursue. So let's move away from the mom guilt and let's appropriate those emotions properly. Does it mean maybe that instead of feeling guilty all the time, you should work on time management? Does it mean that instead of trying to multitask all the time, which women, we tend to do that, we pride ourselves on being little machines that can multitask like computers. But over the years, I've actually begun to look at multitasking as something that is not as positive as I once thought. But I realized that I'm not a machine, I'm not a computer. I don't have, an Intel processor in my mind. So even though, yes, I can do multiple things at the same time, when I'm doing that, I'm effectively diluting the amount of attention that I'm giving to each task I'm doing simultaneously. So will they get done? Yes. Will they get done well? Most times, yeah. But let's say that instead of trying to watch your kids or spend time with your kids, and at the same time, work on your business, or at the same time try and clean the house. Let's say instead of doing that, maybe you just focus on the one task, whether it's spending time with your family, spending time with your kids, or it's working on your business, it's working on your goal, it's cleaning the house. Let's instead focus on being present and all in as much as possible in that moment. That way we can truly give the attention that's needed without feeling guilty about robbing Peter to pay Paul on either side. Again, I know it's like a new different concept because we as women, we are so good at multitasking, and very often that's needed, but it's not always needed. And that bit of multitasking and layering on multiple things at the same time, that can lead to feeling guilty. It can lead to frustration because now you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't accomplish what I wanted to accomplish in the time frame. And more so, I feel as though what I did get done wasn't done to the best of my ability.
Are you a woman who enjoys beautiful things? 34/5 Lifestyle has lovely, unique accessories for your everyday look and also for those special occasions. Click the link below to check out our latest accessory collection.
When I became a mother, I really wanted to prioritize spending time with each child specifically. So what I like to do is I'll have like mother-daughter dates or mother-son dates, and my children look forward to that, right? Because in that time frame, it's just the two of us and we're doing specific activities together. They don't have to compete for my attention. They don't have to worry about, somebody else stealing the show in that moment, because it's all about us spending time together. So what I would encourage you to do, set aside specific moments. And it doesn't have to be, you going out and shopping and coffee shop. That's what I like to do with my kids. We'll go and get coffee. Of course, they don't have coffee. I do. But, we'll have like a sweet treat. And then we'll probably walk downtown a bit. And then we might do a little bit of shopping or, just even window shopping. They look forward to that so much. And so do I. If your little ones know that there will be time set aside to spend with you, they are going to be more likely to allow you the time that you need to get things done, because they're looking forward to it and you're looking forward to it. So you want to give them incentives to allow you to be productive. Now remember, if your children are really, really young, like you have an infant or a baby, that might not be helpful for you in this season, okay? But just remember that it's not going to last always. Your little ones are going to grow up. So use this when it's appropriate. My little ones are ages 11, 7, and 4. And so I can set aside time with them. I can let them know, okay, hey, mommy has to work this Saturday, and maybe for the next 3 Saturdays in a row, I'm still a mommy throughout the month, okay? You can't just, take the hat off and say, I'll see you, the 4th Friday or the 4th Saturday of the month. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is give your children something to look forward to and something for you to look forward to, so that, remember, you're not feeling the mom guilt because you are going to spend specific time with them. And they can also look forward to that, and they're going to allow you to get what you need done because they realize that, hey, my mommy has goals. I don't think we let our children see us grow enough, right? Your children should know that you are a whole individual. Yes, you're mommy, but you're also someone who has goals and dreams and passions, and you're going to pursue them. My children get so inspired when they see me pursuing a goal. They'll see me work hard. They'll see me have setbacks. They'll see me with disappointments. They'll see me with discipline. They'll see me when I succeed at the goal. I think that we should let our children see us as more than just mommy, more than just provider, protector, nurturer. You're a whole individual, and your children deserve to see all parts of you. Now, of course, it has to be age appropriate. You can't show everything, because I think children need to be exposed to, seasons in life when they're able to appreciate it. But when it comes to you being productive and pursuing your goals, your children are going to be inspired when they see you do that. They're going to cheer you on. My children, my husband, they are some of my biggest supporters. My children watch my YouTube channels. Why? Because they enjoy seeing their mommy, but also because it makes them feel proud. And I can hear my daughter saying some of my quotes, and I'm like, wow, she's paying attention. Like, she's definitely, heightening up my algorithm views, because she's watching. They're watching you. They're seeing how you operate and navigate through life. Again, depending on how young or old your children are, they maybe can read the clock. Maybe you have to set a timer. Sometimes when my children were really young, I would put a timer on the microwave, so it would beep at a certain time, and I'd say, okay, when you hear the microwave start to beep, that's when you can come in the office. Now, of course, if there's an emergency, if there's something that they really need, yeah, they're going to come in because they're children, and I want for them to. I encourage that. And as soon as it goes off, trust and believe, they're knocking on the door, they're barging in. But guess what? We have our time frame set up. They have their incentive. There is something specific that is going to give them a guideline. They can depend on hearing that microwave alarm, and they know once that alarm goes off, okay, now I can have access to mommy. And as far as incentives go, maybe let them know that there is a movie night down the line. Maybe let them know that there's playtime. You'll take them to the park. Again, you have to give your kids what they want and what they need, so that you in turn can get what you want and what you need. What I've realized is that if I am going to be productive, there are going to be times that I'm going to have to sacrifice my sleep, i.e., give up some of my Saturday mornings. For example, 3 Saturdays out of the month, I'm going to get up much earlier than my family. I'll get up at 5 in the morning, 5:30, 6 in the morning. My little ones usually don't get up until about 8, maybe 8:30 on Saturdays. Sometimes a little bit later, depending on how late they stayed up on Friday. But I've realized that I sometimes have to sacrifice the sleeping in late so that I can have some quiet, uninterrupted, peaceful time. When you have a hectic life and you have these thoughts that they start, and then it's like you can never actually finish the thought to fruition. Sometimes it's because you just don't have enough time to sit still and actually flesh out the thoughts. And for me, I need peace and quiet to do that. In a bustling house with little children and other responsibilities, and then working a 9 to 5, I don't always get that time unless I sacrifice my Saturday mornings. But for me, it's not even like a sacrifice, because sacrifice usually means something like a negative connotation. I enjoy getting up. Like, I literally am like, oh yes, it's almost 5:30. I can get up and just enjoy my home even in peace and quiet. I can make my cup of coffee. I can make my tea. I can have my, jazz music or my Christian music playing. And it is wonderful. It is serene. I can look at my home and enjoy it before it gets turned upside down and then we have to re-clean it, right? So you might have to get up a little bit early and enjoy that peaceful time and be productive. That means that you're not picking up your phone and scrolling social media for 2 hours. That's not productive, okay? We're talking about productive time. You have your plans and you set them out. You have your 1 to 3 things that you want to accomplish, okay? Don't overload your schedule because you'll get frustrated. Trust me, I am talking to myself with that one. You're going to find that you feel let down, frustrated, angry at yourself. Like, okay, I had 2 hours and I wanted to do 100 things. I got only 1 thing done. Well, lady, that's not practical. Okay? I will have, my devotional. I'll sit and I'll think. I'll journal a little bit on Saturdays. And then I have about a good hour and 15 minutes of uninterrupted productivity time. And sometimes it's 2 hours. But in the long run, you're going to feel so much better. If you're finding this episode helpful, make sure you hop in the comments and let me know. Don't forget to smash that like button and spam the comment section. And don't forget to answer the question of the day. It's really easy for us to have a plan in our mind and not to relay that plan to our family. I want for you to remember that you know what you want to do. You know what's in your planner. You know what goal you're pursuing. And maybe your family knows the big overarching goal, but have you relayed your intentions to your hubby? Have you relayed your intentions to your children? And if you're fortunate enough, you can ask your hubby for help or ask a family member, a babysitter, someone just to, give you a hand. It's really easy for us to ask for help when we want to have date night, okay? When we have an errand that we need to run for the household. But have you ever thought about asking for help when it's something that you need to accomplish to pursue your goal? Let's say you know that 3 or 4 hours, it would be really helpful if you had someone who could watch the kids for you, someone who could take care of them and love them and keep them safe for those 3 to 4 hours while you're productive. You can hire a babysitter to watch the kids for that time frame. And you can ask hubby to help you out as well. But communication is key. Don't only think of a babysitter when there's date night, right? You can ask for help and pay for a babysitter when there are times when you need to be productive. If it's your first time tuning in, welcome. Thank you so very much for being here. I like to give a question of the day for nearly every episode, just so that we can generate some good conversation. So for today's episode, the question of the day is, how did you come to hear about or learn about Grown Lady Chat? Drop that in the comments below. Alrighty, that is it for today's episode. And until next time, remember, I am Dr. Sherunda Simone, and I will either see you at the top or from the top. You decide. Bye.